My name is Chantal Aimee Ehrhardt. I work as a fine art photographer and I live in Utrecht, which is in the Netherlands. And right now we are in my working space. It's on the top floor of my house. And this is where I look at images, I look at prints, post-process images, things like that. So I make photographs and most of the time they are self-portraits. And my work stems from my own experiences and my own emotions. But I think other people can also relate to these emotions and experiences. Yeah, there are different reasons why I photograph myself. The first reason is because it's easy. I'm always here, so I can go whenever or wherever I want and try different things. And the second reason is because my work stems from my own experiences and emotions. It feels that my body and myself can express that the best. So the first person who introduced me to photography was my father, actually. When I was young, he used to tell stories of his own childhood and how he would photograph himself, develop his own film and print his own images, also color images. And he's really proud of this, so he used to tell this really enthusiastically. And he made me curious, like, oh, photography? I want to try that. So when I was 15, I bought my own secondhand camera and I started to photograph. And at my high school, they actually had a darkroom, so I could also develop my own film. And I started printing my black and white images. And yeah, that's actually when I fell in love with photography. So that's one of my big inspirations. But I have many inspirations actually, so it's difficult. Yeah, I love art. If I look at the work of David Hockney and see how he uses color, I think it's brilliant and amazing. Nature itself is a big inspiration as well. Going outside for a walk can calm me down and empty my head. Yeah, also give me new ideas. So it's really important for me to go out into the nature and just let things be and reconnect with myself again. I like to make my own clothes, and I also like to make costumes for when I photograph, or use certain clothes in certain colors, and it's also a way to express myself. Well, I think for me a good photo or an interesting image is an image that I look at and then I want to look at it again. I cannot really grasp it at first, and maybe I cannot even grasp it at all. I kind of like that. It's something interesting. My art teacher, he introduced me to art and different artists, and I would go to the Stedelijk Museum and I would spend a whole afternoon on my own wandering through the museum. And later, when I went to study, I knew I wanted to go to art school, but it was very difficult for me to choose which direction because I really liked photography, but I also had a big love for fashion. I was already making my own clothes then, and it was also really a way to express myself. So I loved art, photography, fashion, and I was lost, like which one should I choose? So in the end I chose fashion design. But then in the second year I decided to switch to fine arts, which was a really good decision. It felt like a big liberation that I could do anything, and I worked all kinds of materials, concrete, but also textile. But in the end it would always be a photograph. That's how I found out that photography is actually my medium. Yeah, when I read about the theme, Planet Human, I immediately thought, this is for me. I think human beings are like the most interesting things. Yeah, it's a big inspiration for me, being human. So yeah, I felt really connected to the theme.